Whether you in a car, room, office, or tomb, Myron in the morning got to talk for all the news. Sports talking, we talking sports often. I'm thinking Brady deflating and Jeter fused with Boston. Now that Kobe retired, I'm thinking Kobe for office. Also accepting NBA checks, I'm taking office from Detroit.
What's up? Welcome to another episode of Sports Time with My. As always, I am your host, Myron Butler, and I've got a solo show for you today, but I've got a great interview a little bit later that I think you're all going to enjoy. So I appreciate you tuning in today, and I'm going to get right into it. What's up with me moving to states with bad football teams? I go from the Detroit Lions to the Atlanta Falcons, and it has been tough for me this season in football. The Steelers aren't playing well. Lions aren't good. Atlanta Falcons are very, very bad. And it's just been a very tough year for me as a fan cheering for teams that I want to actually see play. So I've had to kind of go outside of my comfort zone and watch some other football this year. And I got to admit something I hate to say. Man, Aaron Rodgers had himself a day. Aaron Rodgers connected for over 400 passing yards. I think he had 5 or 6 touchdowns, and he proved that despite the age and everyone talking mean about the guy, he can still play some football as he put up 42 points against Jon Gruden and his Oakland Raiders. And knock on wood if you hear me. I'm sorry, I had to do it, but I'll go ahead and let Jon Gruden and the Raiders take it easy, and we'll move on over to another tough, heartbreaking loss by the Detroit Lions. Detroit fans, I'm telling you, the only time and the only way you guys are going to get changed is if you boycott this football team. I promise you, you are getting your hopes up for no reason. Every game I get more and more people texting me, you think the Lions got it today? And my answer is the same every week. They got a good chance of winning, but they'll probably find a way to lose it. And I got to admit, the game before Minnesota, it really wasn't their fault. The refs definitely helped lose that game for the Detroit Lions. I have to admit that, I do. And I'm not someone that ever points fingers and blames the ref for losing or winning games. I'm a big proponent of an old school way of thinking that the ref never causes a game or the outcome of the game. It's all about what you do on the court or on the field, and it never comes down to just 1 or 2 plays. But they are making me look stupid with that, because it has definitely been coming down to the referees costing games for many teams. So I really, really hope the NFL gets this situation figured out before it gets too bad. I want to take a closer look right now at the 6-0 San Francisco 49ers. What a old school, nasty, muddy win that the San Francisco 49ers had this weekend to jump to 6-0 as they beat the Washington Redskins in a 9-0 game. And this was just a nightmare for any type of fantasy owner that owned anybody on the San Francisco 49ers or the Washington Redskins. I mean, it just was not a healthy day from anybody. Jimmy Garoppolo had 151 yards and no touchdowns and interception. Case Keenum threw for a total of 77 yards. Clearly, no one found the end zone, and no receiver for the Washington Redskins even had more than 3 catches. It was just a very tough day, and it was really nasty. It was really muddy out there, and they just weren't able to find the end zone. But congrats to the San Francisco 49ers to move on to 6-0, and a win is a win as far as I'm concerned. At the end of the day, no one's really going to remember how you got it done in Week 7. And I really do want to talk about the 2 defeated teams that we have right now, the Cincinnati Bengals and the Miami Dolphins. I am pumped for Week 16, when the Cincinnati Bengals and the Miami Dolphins face off. That is going to be a great game, because I'm confident both of these teams have the ability to not win a game this entire season. If it wasn't for them playing each other, I don't think either team could win. So I'm kind of hoping that they tie. Both teams go defeated. Go ahead and focus on the Baltimore Ravens. What a week that they had, going ahead and picking up Marcus Peters off of the trade block, acquiring him in a recent trade, and then winning a big game over the Seattle Seahawks 30-16. And the pickup of Marcus Peters pays off right away as he goes out and gets a pick 6 to go ahead and start off his career with the Baltimore Ravens. So bravo to the Baltimore Ravens as they were able to win a gigantic game. They go to 5-2 in their division. And like I said, they beat a very, very tough Russell Wilson Seattle Seahawks who's been rolling on all cylinders this year. And they had to go into Century League Field to do that. And as everyone knows, Russell Wilson does not lose many games at home. But great play by Lamar Jackson. Great play again by Mark Ingram. And like I was saying, that defense is looking better and better. Speaking of the Baltimore Ravens defense, I had the special chance to talk to the defensive end for the Ravens, number 99, Matt Judon, just last week. And we got a chance to catch up about how this season has been going for him, some of his expectations as the week moves forward, and just got a chance to pick his brain a little bit as a fellow Grand Valley Laker in his career.
Second and 18. Carr in trouble again. Guess who? It's a hat trick for Judon. 3 plays, 3 sacks, and he's going into the tunnel. He's done. His work here is done.
So I got Matt Judon here, Grand Valley alumni, current Baltimore Raven defensive end. How's it going today, Matt?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Just getting some work in here, grinding. You know how that goes. Just want to kind of talk to you about kind of your process. I've been really impressed over the years. I've been kind of watching from afar. I'm actually from West Bloomfield, so I saw you play a little bit in high school, and then obviously at Grand Valley. Just kind of walk me through how it was playing for West Bloomfield High first. You know, a great high school football team in Michigan.
It was good, man. With some of my best friends, and it was good moments, and I was really still just learning the game. You really don't know how much you don't know until you know. But I was still really just learning the game and just enjoying playing with my teammates and my friends, and so it was a real good time.
And how did you end up going to Grand Valley State? Did you have a lot of offers coming out of high school right away?
No, I ain't had too many offers. I felt like Grand Valley was the best offer at the time and the best spot for me, and it ended up being that. And I just felt like, you know, the coaching staff and the culture and the environment they would have me around would shape me for whatever I was to do after. And it happened to be continuing playing football, but I was in a good shape, and I was well prepared for whatever I had to do afterwards.
Okay, so you actually had planned if you weren't able to continue playing football.
Yeah, I graduated college, and I got a degree, and I was gonna go on and continue my degree, actually, get a master's and try to get a doctorate and pursue that. But I had plans.
And so when did it kind of hit you that the shot at the NFL was actually a possibility to you? Was it that senior season at Grand Valley when you had like 22 sacks?
Actually, it was the season before. You know, that the 22 sacks helped, but the season before, I actually kind of hopped on the scene and started to get a lot of notice, and I just felt like, you know, following up with the sacks helped out and got me to where I needed to be.
Yeah, definitely. And I remember on draft night when you got drafted to the Baltimore Ravens, obviously it wasn't day one. How was that process, going through the NFL draft combine to getting an agent and even kind of waiting a couple of days until you hear your name? How was all that for you during those times, if you can remember?
Man, it was a stressful process, you know, because you have no control over it. And you just waiting, and you just hoping that you did enough, and just hoping that a team or a coach or an organization just give you a chance. So it's really like a tough process, but to go through. But I'm glad I got to go through it because, you know, it's about 500 kids,
Yeah.
you know, young men that want to hear their name called through those 3 days, and fortunately I was one of those people, and then it gave me a chance to continue my career.
Okay, so when you got that call in the 5th round, so day 3, you were more grateful than anything. You weren't really upset or felt let down. You really were grateful just to get drafted.
Yeah. It's people that go undrafted that make careers out of it. It's people that go in the 7th round. It's Mr. Irrelevant, you know. That man, it don't. Long as I got that chance, you know, I ain't really know. You know, I should have went 1st round. You asked me, but
of course,
other people didn't. Yeah, other people didn't see it, man. And everybody, I can't be mad at somebody that they don't got the same opinion as me as I have of me. You know, so I was grateful that I got that chance. I was grateful that, you know, I was able to strap them up again and prove to everybody that passed, all the teams that passed on me in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th round, and even the 5th round, that you know, I can become a problem and a good player in this league.
Yeah, you've definitely proven that. I think a lot about the NFL has a lot to do with scheme fits and player fitting to a team. And when the Baltimore Ravens drafted you, I looked at my dad and was like, this is the perfect fit for a DN like Matt Judon. Kind of talk to me about how that scheme fits you as a player, and if that has anything to do with, you know, your success so far.
Our scheme, it gives you a lot of free will to be a playmaker at all positions, but then they also put you in a position to make plays. So, so I really fell into a great opportunity when I first got here. I got to learn from Elvis Dumerville. I got to learn from Terrell Suggs. I got to learn from guys like Lawrence Guy, that people don't talk about too much, but he's like a technician. So I got to learn from a lot of guys. I got to play next to C.J. Mosley. I got to play with Eric Weddle, guys like that. I'm currently playing with Earl Thomas. So it's guys like that, and then the guys that I grew close with, Tony Jefferson, Peanut, Anthony Levine. You know, it's people like
so
that.
Exciting, yeah. Whew.
Yeah. It's people like that a lot of people don't talk about, and then all we do is go out there and make plays and, you know, make things happen, and, you know, it's fun and it's exciting, but it's the scheme of the defense and how they prepare us and how they put us in a position.
Playing with a future Hall of Famer like Terrell Suggs, kind of told me a little bit about that.
You know, most importantly, he was definitely work first. He definitely put his body and his preparation first to anything else. And, you know, whether it was injury, whether he was hurt, or whether, you know, his body didn't feel right, he always toughed it out, and he always made sure that he was somebody that you can count on week in and week out.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. The preparation that goes along, you know, week to week for an NFL player. I mean, obviously dealing with the day after or day 2 pain from the game that you just played. What's a week look like for you usually when you have a game coming up on a Sunday?
It's just a film study. You know, you got to get in the weight room. You got to get your body back right. You know, it's just different things that you need to do to get your body back right. You know, cold tubs, stem treatments. If you got banged up during the game, you gotta rehab that heart. And then if you got a away game, you got to make sure you got everything set in order for the away game. because you got to leave a day early, or sometimes you got to leave 2 days early. So
Yeah.
it's a lot of stuff you got to get done, but you got to get it done because you need your body to be at 100%. You need it at 100% every game, man. You can't go out there hurting. You can't go out there limping because our coach Wink, he always say, most of your enemies don't care that you got those problems, and the rest of them are happy that you had those problems. So they really don't care on Sunday.
That's true, man. That's deep. I like that. I'm gonna use that one. That's good.
Yeah.
So after that first season, did your body kind of feel the difference from the college to the pros? Did you kind of have like a welcome to the NFL moment that you can kind of remember?
Yeah. I think my welcome to the college moment was more like me getting like blocked so easily. In college I really like didn't use my hands too well, or just kind of ran around blocks and stuff, and it was easier.
Just use your speed and athletic ability.
Yeah, but in the NFL, man, like tight ends, they can positionally block. Tackles, they know how to block, and if you hop around the block, man, a running back can split the defense if you just out of your gap. So it wasn't more like just like one play. It was like plays like, okay, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do that, and just seeing it, and then I think that helped me out a lot.
Okay, yeah, it's kind of just breaking some bad habits that you had from college. Yeah. Who's one of the tougher old linemen that you have to face week to week? Like when you see them on your schedule, you got to do a little bit of extra film study when it comes to that game coming up on Sunday.
Some of the best old line. I mean, they all got their strengths and weaknesses, but the Steelers have a pretty good offensive line. They've been together for some years. I played the Cowboys when I was young. I feel like Philly has a decent offensive line, but they got to worry about me. I ain't really too worried too much about the offensive line. They got to worry about me and worry about blocking me. I don't really got to worry about them. They fat and slow.
Yeah, right. My dad grew up a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, so I got to ask a little bit about that Steeler-Baltimore Raven rivalry. Is that a real rivalry? I know a lot of people in the NFL think just because these are pros, it's not the same type of college rivalry. But I feel like that Steeler-Raven rivalry every game, twice a year, is going to be real.
Oh yeah. I mean, you really can't never bet on that game, no matter what the record is or who playing, because it's always gonna be a tough game. So they don't like them as much as we don't like them, but
yeah,
I don't think it's like a college rivalry, only because it's like really no. It get a little chippy, but it's like no trash talking. Like we don't really do that too much. Like going back and forth. But then when that stuff do happen, it make the game better. We make the game better.
Yeah, you can see it too. You can see the game getting better. Everybody start playing a little bit harder and kind of hit another gear that they didn't even know that they had.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you, man. I know you got to get out of here soon. You guys got two tough games coming up, the Seahawks and the Patriots. How do you compare for two future Hall of Fame quarterbacks like Russell Wilson and Tom Brady, as you guys are having a fantastic season so far already?
You got to prepare like any other team. You got to know their strengths and you got to know their weaknesses. And, if you can hit them often, they can't throw the ball. So you got to try to affect the quarterback somehow.
Yes, definitely. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys jump to 6-2. Hope you guys get a couple more W's. Do you have a charity or a foundation that you're currently helping with? I want to have my listeners go to this page and donate as well.
Well, right now, I'm doing some stuff with the Bridge of Hope. But if they just go on my website, mattjudon.com, all the links up there, and it'll take them right to it.
I appreciate it. You have a good one, Matt. Laker for a lifetime.
problem.
Anchor up, man. I appreciate you.
All right, anchor up. I appreciate you.
All right. Thank you so much, Matt. And I want to thank Twitter and everyone who assisted with helping me get this interview planned. You guys have no clue how much that means to me. And again, thank you, Matt Judon, for taking some time out of your busy schedule to go ahead and get this interview completed with me. I need everybody to go to mattjudon.com, enter the website, and go ahead and support him and anything else you can do. And that's the least we can do for him coming on my show today. So I have my 4 teams that I think are going to be in the college football playoff, and I want to hear yours. I think the number 1 seed is the Alabama Crimson Tide. At number 2, I think you're going to see Oklahoma. At 3, I think you see Ohio State get in. And then at 4, I think you see Clemson. I don't think anyone's really impressed with how Clemson has played this season. And I feel that they're going to be able to still make the playoffs, as I don't see them losing any games in the ACC. However, I do forecast that Alabama and Oklahoma will face off again for the national title. Tua versus Jalen Hurts. I mean, it's so much beauty behind a game like that. 2 star-studded programs. It would be amazing to see, and I'm just really cheering for that. So you let me know, who do you think are going to be the 4 teams in the college football playoff when it's all said and done. And that's all for today. Thank you all. Peace.
Detroit, right to the big leagues, the big screen where we prove that we on big things. I'm doing what I want, I keep on looking at this dream, thinking I wanna know. When I was 16, Big Ben, he thought a pig immensely. AB with the quick feet, intensely waiting in suspense, but I'm finally here. And follow me here, cause trust me, it's no time to be square. And if you really did trust me, then you would solemnly swear to pop a bottle for every banner that fly in the air.